Hello and welcome to Samson Wrestling, and this is the Power Rankings with Heavy Machinery!
Now, Sam, I'm not sure I should be doing this video.
Of course.
Because as you know, I'm baby Sam.
Yes.
I'm surely not old enough to operate heavy machinery.
You are not.
So, should I just leave?
Yes.
Okay.
It's okay!
To get at least high vids.
But you like caterpillars.
Where
so
you
you're
with this?
okay.
Otis, right.
Come on!
Sorry.
Wrestling fan, come on!
Forget about it.
If I can't do wrestling, like, quotations and jokes and inside jokes with you,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
I was going
here?
on heavy machinery, and then you mentioned a caterpillar. I was like, where's he going?
Oh, there are machines called caterpillars, though, aren't there? Caterpillar tracks and
That's
stuff.
so true, yeah.
Oh my God, we've gone off
really
track.
gone for the construction audience.
This is the Power Ranking series where we take a wrestler, a female wrestler or a tag team wrestler, and we score them out of 10 in 10 different wrestling categories. We then combine our scores together to give an overall score out of 200 and see where they land on our leaderboard. We're looking at tag teams today, and we're looking at Heavy Machinery because we want to look at a bit more of a moderner tag team, because we've looked at some more older tag teams more of recently. We want to look at one that shouldn't have ended when it did, and they split up, and literally you were sat there at home going, wow, he's getting released.
Oh,
and he did.
And he did.
And what did they do with Otis? Straight back into another tag team. Not on his own, almost immediately. So, I feel sorry for this. Was Otis and Tucker. That's how you're going to say it. That's how I'm saying it for the rest of it.
Tucker.
And we will see how they get on. But before we get on, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and put below what you would rank Heavy Machinery in those 10 different wrestling categories. Let's do it to it. Wrestling ability. This is their ability to do moves, particularly tag team moves and stuff like that in the ring. Sam, what have you gone for Heavy Machinery?
Just went with a 6.
I've also gone with a 6. I think we're going to have a lot of similar scores, I feel, for this one.
Yeah.
They're good.
They're good.
I mean, Otis is a very good wrestler. He should not be as good a wrestler he is for his size.
Yeah, he's a weird body shape, isn't he? I feel like that must take toll on his body, carrying the weight the way that he does, because he's short and wide as well. So, but I think they've got good tag team moves.
Yes, I really enjoyed them. They worked well together. Every tag team who comes up from NXT is a tag team. That's the thing that people forget. It might be a bit less so now because there's no tag teams anymore in NXT outside of like the one tag team was Fraxium. But that was the only tag team I can think of the last like 2 years. But every tag team who came up were an actual tag team. That was the thing. And then Vince just wants to split them up at every waking possible moment. What do you mean you're over as a tag team? No! You must be a singles act. Yes. Immediately. But they were good, and I think they should have been tag team champions.
Yeah, I think I could pass that. Again, this is a time I wasn't watching too much, so I don't even know who that was. Was this the Usos territory where they?
Well, they broke up. Well, they had Otis had his storyline with Mandy Rhodes, and he was still in Heavy Machinery, and that's pretty much what kind of ended it, really, because he got over, and they went split him up from Tucker. Storytelling, their ability to tell stories in the ring. Sam,
I went 7.
I went 5.
Really?
They never had a chance to tell a story. They told really bog standard, basic story. So it was, if when they were babyface, Tucker got worked over, wait for the hot tag for Otis, does the hot tag, and then they either win or lose. Let's repeat on nauseam. Yeah. They didn't tell any stories.
Yeah, I'm yawning just thinking about it. But
the Otis stories was nothing to do with them.
They could interact with the crowd. They kind of got some cool moves.
Otis did.
Yeah, but this thing...
Otis did. This is the problem.
I thought their storytelling was better than their wrestling, hence I've given it a 7.
Yeah, I went the other way. I think their wrestling was better than their storytelling because they never got to tell stories, really. Not in the ring, anyway.
Yeah, I'm more just thinking like their crowd interaction, getting the crowd involved.
But I don't think that... Are you telling me out of every tag team that's ever listed, they are a 7 storyteller compared to others? That's your prop... If you think about it from that side, are they really a 7 storyteller in the history of tag teams? No, but I'm going to
stick with it anyway.
Yeah, you're not going to drop it?
I'm going to leave it at 6.6, so it's still rounded up.
Oh, he's using my mathematics against me.
Yes.
Well, I'll give you that. I'll tell you, I've got them as a 5.1.
Oh, joy.
It's rounded down to 5. Their promo skills, their ability to talk, even more of an interesting one, Sam.
6.
I've also got 6. Lots of fun backstage skits.
Yes, I like that.
And then making like meat smoothies and all this
they were
joke.
different. They were a different kind of team character-wise.
Otis talks now and he actually communicates, but back then he really was kind of a bit weird. It was like, I'm here, Tucker. I'm here, Tucker. That's what it was.
I just didn't know that you were going to do that.
I'm here to Tucker. And he wasn't actually a bad talker, actually. He kind of did the talking very much while he did all the jokes and the humorous thing. I thought they were a fun tag team that really should have gone so much further because you could have done so many things with them.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it, but I enjoyed their little promo backstage skits.
Yeah.
And that's why Otis has been used since, because he's been doing with Alpha Academy and
he's
doing
got
all those
more strings to his bow, so...
It's a very large bow.
It's a large, wide bow.
Move on to their look, Sam. This could be their overall aesthetic, what they wear, that type of thing. What have we got?
I've gone 6. I like the matching kind of, singlets that they've got. And Otis has a unique look. Tucker does to an extent, but I kind of like. Did they have like denim entrance gear?
They had denim for a while, wasn't it? But they had denim jacket and things like that.
Yeah.
I went 4. I did not care for it. The singlets just weren't right for the gimmick.
Yeah.
They should have worn what you just said, denim. They were heavy machinery. They should have worn the denim. And you said Otis has a good, interesting look. I do, but Turkey could not be more of the blandest. Of the bland, nice bloke, by the way. I've seen him do interviews. He's a really nice, humble man, and I actually really enjoy him as a man. But you look at it and you just go, yeah. You see this way, when they split up, what could he have done to stay on the roster? He had nothing he could have done. I felt so sorry for him. So for the look, for me, I was like, I think if they'd have added more to their look, because they really easily could have done, they could have gone up for me. But I just looked at it and went, the singlets were just kind of this weird like blue, yellow, black thing. So it didn't. It just was kind of a nice singlet. It looked like something that like Chad Gable and Jason Jordan would have wore.
It's a creative wrestler attire, isn't it?
It is. When you didn't want to splash a colour.
Yeah.
When you go, what patterns are there?
Black and yellow. We'll just do a bit of that. Yeah.
Not like a bee, but a bit of blue just to undercut it. Yeah, not for me. Their entrance. Sam, what have you scored their entrance?
This is a racket. It's a load of nonsense with no rhythm or beats. I'm giving it a 4.
I've given it a 4.
I've been generous because this is like, it's not that bad. We're not talking pre-mode levels, but I want it turned off. There's no like hint of actual musical theory in terms of we've got a rhythm here, we've got a what's the word, a crescendo.
Yes,
there we go. But there's nothing there. It's just noises piled on top of another. I don't like it, Sam. It unsettles me.
What about them coming to the ring?
That is their entrance. No, I don't. Oh, you mean turn the sound off?
Yeah, turn the sound off. They're on mute now.
They don't really do much, do they? Just kind of get there. Yeah, exactly.
Just does his kind of walk and.
Yeah. Even they want to get it over with as quickly as possible.
Do you reckon that's why Cena runs to the ring? I'm sick of hearing me rapping. I was a rapper 20 years ago. I'm not now. I barely was then. If I run to the ring, I don't have to hear me sing.
No, maybe you should have jobbed to the Nexus so we didn't have to hear it at the end of SummerSlam. Still not over that.
Oh, hello, Heavy Machinery.
Back to them.
We move on to their work as a heel. Now, this is a difficult one because our rules are if they've never been a heel or a babyface, we can't go any more than a 5. So we have to go on potential. I have already no memory if they were a heel in NXT.
That says a lot anyway.
I don't really watch NXT because I don't want to. I want to watch Raw and SmackDown. And then I want them to come up and I go, oh, there's these new people. Tell me about these new people. So I'm just going to assume that they haven't. I'm probably wrong. But I look at them and I just go, I can't see a heel with Otis. I can see a heel with Turkey, which is what they did eventually when they split. Doesn't count because it's them splitting.
Yeah.
And I just look at it and go, I don't see
heel.
Well,
Otis has been heel.
And it didn't work.
Yeah.
They had to have Chad Gable do most of the work, and Otis, people just wanted to cheer. That's why the babyface turn happened, because they had to shave him, they had to try and get rid of all his stuff, and he just became really boring. Yeah. So he wasn't a heel because they stripped him of anything. I can't see it. I've gone with a 2. Can't see it.
I went with a 4, just because I thought maybe because they're big men, so maybe you could go off of that and really clutching. But I don't
see it. Takeo, I can see him doing it. I'm not calling him Tucker. Takeo! But I just can't see Otis.
I get it. I've gone 4, but I could have gone 3 or 2.
Their work as a babyface, them as a goody two-shoes. Sam, babyface.
I've gone 7.
I've also gone 7. I think they're a good babyface team.
Naturally
it's all
endearing.
Otis.
Yeah, but then you've got that kind of
That's
relationship.
why I've not gone 10.
Yeah.
I think Tucker drags down the babyface run.
But then you've got Tucker's the big brother's kind of looking after him as well, so you've got a nice dynamic. It's relatable.
Their relationship.
Yeah.
It worked really well. You're absolutely right. You've made a lovely submission, Tucker.
Well,
Baby Sam.
There we go.
How can I say baby Sam in a Tucker way? We do not want to talk about Heavy Machinery.
Don't do it. You can tell how quickly we get this video done. Congratulations if you're still watching, by the way.
But I like their dynamic as a babyface. People cheered them. That's why they were confused. That's why the Mandy Rose things got over. It wasn't just because they love Otis. They did love the tag team. And why couldn't him be a part of that? But Vince's mind, tag teams couldn't do single storylines.
Or just storylines.
And they just couldn't get them to work. That's why the New Day thing was so great, because it was like, no, they're helping. And they're allowed to help. But then they split them up. Big E and Xavier went off to their own thing, and Kofi's on his own. And I'm like, why aren't they coming as well? They can tag team on their own. Kofi can be on his own, but they can still be at ringside when the other ones are doing it. It's absolutely fine. And I think this was the missed trick. You could have carried on with the tag team, because the minute that they split up, Otis did nothing.
Yeah, he had the briefcase for a bit, had it as a lunchbox, and that's about it.
But he was still a turkey at the time. He lost the briefcase because of Takei. Against Miz, he got cost him. But Takei. I know it's in COVID, so who cares and who remembers? I like them as a babyface team. I think they're a lot of fun, and I think they could have been an 8, 9, or a 10 if they were given an opportunity.
Maybe.
Yeah. Gimmick and personality. I think it's going to be more personality than their gimmick, but they do have a kind of gimmick.
Yeah.
What have you gone with?
I went 7.
I've also gone
for the
7.
same reason as the babyface, really.
Yeah.
Because their babyface personality is why they're good babyfaces. So.
Yeah. I like their personality. I really do, because Otis has got great personality. There's a reason he's been in WWE so long already, because and they should have pushed him more.
Yeah.
They really should have done, because like Tozawa, like when they were in the Alpha Academy, Tozawa's a great wrestler.
Tozawa's good. Yeah.
And they go, just do a real tag team, lads.
Yeah.
It's to do a real tag team. Tozawa can work, and Otis can work. Let them tag. People will get behind them 100%.
Yeah.
And Takei showed personality as well. I loved all the meat smoothies and the barbecues they were doing backstage, and everything was about meat and I enjoyed them. And every time I talk about them and I do their score, I go, oh, what could have been?
Yeah. No, I get
Vincent tag teams. Over and a draw. How much money did they make, or what was their reaction with the crowd? They didn't make any money, so draw is out of the question. But over, they're quite over some.
Yeah, but I gave them a 6.
I gave them a 6. They got when a tag team under Vince McMahon can get reactions, they are over.
Yes.
And remember, this is on a bell curve. Tag team reviewing is going to be very different to the men's and the women's, because they are not booked the same. So if we were to quantify them at the same as the men, they are not a 6. Over, they're probably a 4.
Yeah.
But in the tag team ranks, definitely a 6. When their music hit, their god-awful, terrible music, people were happy to see them.
And I think you can say that about only about 30% of tag teams from that era as well. That's not a common thing.
Do you know what? 30% of tag teams in WWE, full stop. Because there are so many who did nothing, went nowhere, or weren't tried. And I reckon they fall into got a reaction territory.
Yeah.
I like them.
Which is good.
Yeah. At the end of the day, if you have one person who's really, really, really good, they're going to get over. You can carry someone, and he carried this very bland wrestler with him and gave him a personality that worked. And this is why sometimes you just have to go, are you going to push them as a singles act for a long period of time? Maybe for a bit. Then don't break them up.
Yeah.
Let them have a singles run for 3 months, 4 months where you do your story. Then sit there and go, am I going to, this worked. Am I going to carry on doing the singles, or should I end the tag team? Because you can do the singles bit and then do the breakup. You don't have to do the breakup first.
It makes perfect sense. That makes more sense, because then you could have Tucker in this
Get
instance
jealous.
be his manager for a while, and then he gets jealous of the singles run, and then does it.
That's what I
did it a little bit, but not really.
But no, well, you're not wrong. They did do. That's kind of what they did. But they then did push Otis the minute they broke up. You should always end on a finish. The finisher. So it's called the compactor.
Yes.
And essentially, it was a world's strongest slam that then Turkey went off the ropes and kind of aided the push down. I think that's rubbish.
I liked it,
Because you're a You
like
like a
Henry Mark.
You're like a world's strongest man.
No, it's not that. It makes sense though, because they're two really big, heavy guys, and they're both going on top of you. Would you like to take that briefcase?
But the problem is, Takei isn't like jumping on his back. He's kind of going, and I'll help you down. If he'd have cross-bodied Otis and went with them,
killing people,
it would be great.
Yeah, but then no one could take it because everyone would die.
Generally,
wrestling has to be safe.
The problem is, it's slow. A slam, the world's strongest slam, I think, is one of the worst moves.
Well, you're uncultured and you're a swine.
So, yes.
Yeah.
I'm from the Midlands.
Yeah.
But of course I am uncultured. Do I have to bleep that?
Is that offside?
VAR.
Oh, you see, just there.
Hang on, let's go to the screen.
Yeah.
He's giving it. It's off. I am uncultured. No, I actually generally think I've got it at 4. I think it's really boring. What did you give it again?
7.
Right.
It's good.
I don't care for it. There are moves like that I think when someone does like a hold and someone does rope off and then they do very little, I don't enjoy it. Like think about the heart attack. that's like the best version of what I've just said, because you hold and then they come off and they kind of drag them down. There's not much. The person holding them's not doing anything, and then usually the person who does the run doesn't do anything. Do you remember we did Deuce and Domino?
Yes.
Hold your head and you do a kick, and you're like, what's that about?
I might give him that a 6 or something as well.
Exactly. Maybe you're the uncultured swine.
No, never.
I need to check your wine catalogue.
Please do.
Echo Falls. That's it. £3.
Literally, I think all I've
Absolute
got in my
booze.
house at the moment is just cans of Guinness. That's all I've got. And maybe like a bit of leftover vodka from like 2 Christmases ago is all I've got.
We've already done Finley. So now we look at our final scores for Heavy Machinery. Sam, what have you given them?
I gave them 60.
I am 51. I clearly don't rate them as highly as you do.
Oh, well, we've shown this
Yes.
through what this video has just been.
Ah.
I like them, but not much. You like them and less.
It's weird.
Yes.
I like them more than you, but rated them much lower.
You're a harsher critic. You're
I
like
am.
the Craig Revel horde of this program.
I don't give 7.
That's true, you don't. You really don't.
That is a Strictly Come Dancing, or Dancing with the Stars for our American viewers. Yes,
yes.
We cater to you too. Hello, America. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Did you like Heavy Machinery?
It's nice weather over there.
Yeah. Well, it's the summertime. You know.
Yeah.
It's England. It's always cold. That gives them an overall score of 111. So let's see where they land on our tag team leaderboard. They have slotted below the Spirit Squad into 9th place. They are second worst, which I think from the tag team we've got there, being them 4 points off Spirit Squad, I think it's probably about right.
I'd have them above Spirit Squad.
No!
You gave...
Think about the move! They went to the moon!
Yeah, apart from that...
Johnny! Nikki! Mikey! Nikki! And we are... Samson Wrestling! Where would you have ranked Heavy Machinery? Do you think we're right? Do you think they're wrong? Do you even remember them? You know
Good
Otis,
question.
do you remember? Do you remember? Member berries. Do you remember? Do you remember Heavy Machinery? Next time we do a power rankings, none of you are going to watch.
So tune in.
So you're just not going to.
You are.
Even if you're a fan of our power ranking videos, you're going to look at that and go, nah. Because he's so happy. Look at him. It's his choice.
Yeah, boy.
And we will find out. You'll find out in the thumbnail next week. But yeah, in 2 weeks. So, but you know, whatever. I'll see you then. Bye. Whatever. Like, share, and subscribe.